Hi, this is Delta. I am on a new phone, same account that you always known me by, but I'm gonna be reading the Minecraft end poem because, well, I beat Minecraft recently and I liked it. Ready? Here we go. I see the player you mean. Viewer? Yes, take care. It has reached a higher level now. It can read our thoughts. That doesn't matter. It thinks we are a part of the game. I like this player. It played well. It did not give up. It's reading our thoughts as if they were words on a screen. That is how it chooses to imagine many things when it is deep in the dream of a game. Words make a wonderful interface, very flexible and less terrifying than staring at the reality behind the screen. They used to hear voices before players could read, back in the days when those who did not play were called the players witches and warlocks, and players dreamt they flew through air on sticks powered by demons. What did this player dream? This player dreamed of sunlight and trees, of fire and water. It dreamed, it created, and it dreamed, it destroyed. It dreamed, it hunted and was hunted. It dreamed of shelter. Ha, the original interface, a million years old, and it still works. But that true structure did this player create in the reality behind the screen? It worked, with a million others, to sculpt the true word in a fold of the and it created a for wow in the it cannot read that thought. No, it has not yet achieved the highest level. That it must achieve in the long dream of life, not the short dream of a game. Does it know that we love it, that the universe is kind? Sometimes, through noise of thoughts, it hears the universe, yes. But there are times it is sad. In the long dream, it creates worlds that have no summer, and it shivers under a black sun, and it takes its sad creation for reality. To cure it if sorrow would destroy it. The sorrow is part of its own private task. We cannot interfere. Sometimes, when they are deep in dreams, I want to tell them that they are building true worlds in reality. Sometimes I want to tell them the importance of the universe. Sometimes, when they have not made a true connection in a while, I want to help them to speak the word they fear. It reads our thoughts. Sometimes I do not care. Sometimes I wish to tell them to take this world you take for truth is merely wow and wow. I wish I wish to tell them so that they are in the they see so little of reality in their long dream, and yet they play the game. But it would be so easy to tell them. Too long it's for this dream to tell them how to live. It is to prevent them from living. I will not tell this player how to live. The player is growing restless. I will tell the player the story, but not the truth. No, the story that contains the truth safely in a cage of words, not the naked truth that can burn over any distance. Give it a body again. Yes, player. Use its name. User. Player of games. Good. Now take a breath now. Take another. Feel the air in your lungs. Let your limbs return. Yes, move your fingers. Have a body again. Under gravity. In air. Respawn in the long dream. There you are, your body touching the universe again at every point, as though you were separate things. As though we were separate things. Who are we? Once we were called the spirit of the fountain, father, son, mother, moon, ancestral spirits, animal spirits, jinn, ghosts, the green man, then gods, demons, angels, poltergeists, aliens, extraterrestrials, leptons, quarks. The words change, but we do not change. We are the universe. We are everything you think isn't you. You are looking at us now through your skin and eyes. And why does the universe touch your skin and throw light on you? To see you, player, to know you, and to be known. I shall tell you a story. Once upon a time there was a player. That player was you, viewer. Sometimes it thought itself human, on a thin crust of spinning globe of molten rock. The ball of molten rock circled a ball of blazing gas that was 330,000 times more massive than it. They were so far apart that light took 8 minutes to cross the gap. Light was information from a star, and it could burn your skin from 150 million kilometers away. Sometimes the player dreamed that it was a miner on the surface of a world that was flat and infinite. The sun was a square of white. The days were short, there was much to do, and death was a temporary inconvenience. Sometimes the player dreamt it was lost in the story. Sometimes the player dreamt it was other things in other places. Sometimes these dreams were disturbing, sometimes very beautiful indeed. Sometimes the player woke from one dream to another, then woke from that into a third. Sometimes the player dreamed it watched words on a screen. Let's go back. The atoms of the player were scattered in the grass, in the rivers, and in the air. In the ground, a woman gathered atoms. She drank and ate and inhaled. The woman assembled the player in her body, and the player awoke from the warm and dark world of its mother's body into the long dream. Then the player was a new story, never told before, written in letters of DNA, and the player was a new program, never run before, generated by a source code a billion years old. And the player was a new human, never alive before, made from nothing but milk and love. You are the player, the story, the program, the human, made from nothing but milk and love. Let's go further back. 7 billion atoms of the player's body were created long before this game, in the heart of a star. Still, the player, too, is information from a star, and the player moves through a story, which is found in this information painted by a man called Julie on a fat infinite world created by a man called Marcus that exists in a small private world created by the player who inhabits a universe created by Sometimes the player created a small private world that was soft and warm and simple, sometimes hard and cold and complicated. Sometimes it built a model of the universe in its head, flecks of energy moving through vast empty spaces. Sometimes it called those flecks electrons and protons. Sometimes it called them planets and stars. Sometimes it believed it was a universe that was made of energy and made of offs and ons, zeros and ones, lines of code. Sometimes it believed it was playing a game. Sometimes it believed it was reading words on a screen. You are the player, reading words. Shush. Sometimes the player read lines of code on a screen, decoded them into words, decoded words into meaning, decoded meaning into feelings, emotions, theories, ideas, and the player started to breathe faster and deeper as it realized it was alive. It was alive. Those 1,000 deaths have not been real. The player was alive. You are alive. And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it from the sunlight that came through the shuffling leaves of summer trees. And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the light that fell crisp night of sky of winter, where a fleck of light in the corner of the player's eye might be a star, but a million times as massive as the sun, bullying its planets to plasma in order to be visible for a moment to the player walking home at far side of the universe, suddenly smelling food, almost at the familiar door, about to dream again. And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through zeros and ones, through electricity of the world, through the scrolling words on a screen at the end of a dream. And the universe said, I love you. And the universe said that you've played the game well. And the universe said everything you need is within you. And the universe said you are stronger than you know. And the universe said you are daylight. And the universe said you are night. And the universe said the darkness you fight is within you. And the universe said the light you seek is within you. And the universe said you are not alone. And the universe said you are not separate from every other thing. And the universe said you are the universe tasting itself, talking to itself, reading its own code. And the universe said, I love you because you are love. And the game was over. The player woke up from the dream, and the player began a new dream, and dreamed again, dreaming better. And the player was the universe, and the player was one. You are the universe. Wake up. Anyways, that is the Minecraft end poem. So, what I think it means is that dreams are your life is what you make it. If you believe that you will have a bad life and you don't try to have a good life, you will not have a good life. And you must try to have a good life to earn a good life. However, dreams and connection, when it says that the universe says you have everything you need, you as a person have the possibility to be anything that you want. However, not necessarily every time. Does that make sense? Possibly not. But that's the Minecraft end poem.